King Charles reportedly regrets giving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's kids royal titles. He's been too accommodating. When Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's children were born, they were given prince and princess titles, a decision that the royal family, specifically King Charles, reportedly regrets, especially after the launch of the former Suits actress's lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. While the royal family has made passive moves towards reducing the former royals' presence from their own brand, many royal fans want them to take the next step and remove their royal titles. Meghan's new brand, American Riviera Orchard, will focus on home, garden, food and general lifestyle wares, according to an insider. The brand will also be selling a number of different goods, from jams and jellies to candles, skincare, and pet food. Much remains to be seen about what Meghan's brand will really be all about, but regardless, she's already facing backlash from fans for using her royal title. After speaking so negatively about the royal family in the past and stepping away from her royal duties in 2019, most believe that she's using the title to try and gain popularity for her brand. When Archie and Lilibet were born in 2019 and 2021, they were given royal titles of Prince and Princess of Sussex. Their parents, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, left their royal duties behind, but still hold their titles. However, Meghan's launch of American Riviera Orchard reportedly rubbed the royals the wrong way. Royal commentator and author Tom Bauer shared his thoughts on the situation. The King and Prince William now face a serious problem, and a woman whose personal drive and hungry ambition seem to know no bounds. He continued, saying that, until now, King Charles has been too accommodating. It is unfortunate that the King agreed to give royal titles to the Sussex children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Now, after the launch of Meghan's lifestyle brand, he probably regrets it. He, along with many royal fans, believe there is only one solution. For Charles, that will be difficult. But, as the King and Kate recover from their illnesses and rebuild the institution, he said, referencing the pair's recent cancer diagnoses, it is a necessary step to protect the sanctity of Britain's most precious brand, the royal family itself. King Charles not interested in reconciling with daughter-in-law Meghan Markle as she's still seen as toxic to royal family. No matter what happens with Prince Harry, it's not likely that King Charles and the other royals are ready to forgive toxic Meghan, a royal expert claims. There was a time when Meghan Markle and King Charles seemed to have a good relationship. Prince Harry's father even stepped in and walked the Duchess down the aisle the day she married his son. But after quitting royal duties and moving across the pond, the Sussexes publicly aired out their grievances with Harry's relatives several times and their relationship with the royals quickly deteriorated. Even though the couple took shots at the family in televised interviews, on podcasts, in a Netflix docuseries, and a tell-all book, there's talk that Prince Harry could reconcile with the King. The same can't be said for Meghan though. According to a royal commentator, a reconciliation with the Duchess of Sussex is not in the cards because of how toxic she is. Even if King Charles reconciles with Prince Harry, that doesn't mean Meghan is forgiven. Following the news that Harry will return to England to attend a service in London to mark the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games, there's new hope the prince will meet with his father and a reconciliation might be on the horizon. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told The Sun, "The King has always kept the door open to Harry, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he would invariably get a warm reception. It will take its time. But clearly, the situation has changed in recent weeks beyond all expectations. I don't think it would be too difficult, it depends how you define reconcile. But no matter what happens between the King and his youngest son, that doesn't mean Meghan is automatically forgiven. I think there's a long way to go before Harry is bringing over Meghan and the children," Fitzwilliams said. The royal expert shared that the reason things are more complicated with Meghan is because she's viewed as toxic by the royal family and someone they don't trust. Fitzwilliams explained, "Meghan is toxic. I'm not saying the Sussexes would launch any attacks on the royal family at this sort of time. But what is very, very clear is that if they want to build trust, they have a long way to go." The commentator added that he didn't expect Meghan to return to the UK with Harry not only because of her frosty relationship with the royal family but also because of how she'd be received by the British public, saying, "I never thought that Meghan would come over because of the hostility towards her here. One has to emphasize that it's obvious from the opinion polls. And, of course, you'd get a press that was far from flattering but that is linked to the Sussexes' behavior over the last 4 years. Meghan's reception would overshadow the message of the service, and you wouldn't want that. Prince Harry and Meghan have officially vacated Frogmore Cottage. In the annual sovereign grant report summarizing the monarchy's finances, the palace revealed that the couple had been using the home during their trips to the UK since their royal exit in 2020, having repaid the sovereign grant for the £2.4 million British pounds worth of renovations. According to Sky News, Sir Michael Stevens, keeper of the Privy Purse, confirmed to reporters that the couple recently removed their belongings, but declined to comment on future plans for the house. "We will not be going into any detail on those arrangements here," Stevens said. Safe to say that, as has previously been stated, the Duke and Duchess have paid for the expenditure incurred by the sovereign grant in relation to the renovation of Frogmore Cottage, thus leaving the Crown with a greatly enhanced asset. The house, which is listed as a Grade 2 historic preservation site, is owned by the Crown Estate, but Queen Elizabeth II gave the couple a long-term lease on the property after their 2018 wedding. Earlier this year, Harry and Meghan were asked to vacate the property by the Crown Estate. In March, Page 6 reported that the eviction process had begun after Harry published his memoir, Spare. When the news of the eviction became public, The Sun reported that King Charles III had hoped that Prince Andrew would move in and vacate Royal Lodge, his Windsor home. ITV reports that royal officials refused to comment when asked if Andrew would be moving into Frogmore. The update on Frogmore's status was just one aspect of a larger report detailing how the monarchy spent taxpayer money during the year from April 1, 2022 to March 31, 2023. Due to the pandemic, the sovereign grant has been frozen since 2021, and the report notes that the palace was able to keep expenses for the year at £86.3 million British pounds, despite significant outlays for the Platinum Jubilee last June and the late Queen's funeral in September. The year covered in today's report represents an exceptional period of transition for the royal household, Stevens said in his introduction to the report. Like other organizations, the royal household has not been immune to the impacts of the joint challenges of the pandemic and inflationary pressures, which have resulted in a flat sovereign grant. He added that the grant amount would stay frozen for the 2023-2024 fiscal year.
As you leave the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you.